Good evening, everyone. Uh, yeah, are you able to see my screen? Okay, good. So yesterday we were discussing about under white box testing, usability testing, and functionality testing. So usability testing is nothing but whether your application providing user friendly interface or not. So that is what you try to validate. So that one again, how many ways you test is easy to use, look and feel, and quick interface. Before that, high level you will come up with UI testing and manual support testing. So UI testing means easy to use, look and feel, quick interface. Manual support testing is nothing but ending test testing. Then sorry, functionality testing we were discussed. So functional before that, white box black box testing divided into four subtypes: usability, functionality, performance, and security. In these four, we were discussed UI usability testing and functionality testing. So functionality testing again subdivided into 10 types. So all this one you really don't want to remember, but what is what, if you are aware of that, is more than enough. So those are nothing but like functionality testing, error handling, input domain testing, compatibility testing, configuration testing, then sanitation testing, parallel testing, inter-systems testing, installation testing, and recovery testing. These all are the topics we discussed yesterday. Okay, so then we have to go for like performance testing and security testing. So before going for performance testing, small topic we see types of applications. Okay, so types of applications, then we go for like performance testing and security testing. Before going this one, anybody having any questions before starting types of applications? Any questions? Okay, okay, so types of applications, if we take, there are four types of applications you will come across. Those are nothing but one tier applications, two tier, three tier, and n tier. Here tier is nothing but layer. Okay, one tier is nothing but one layer, n tier is nothing but n layers. So in your IT industry, in your computers, which all are the applications you come across? Every application fall under one of these category. Okay, so we look those one. So one tier application means one layer. uh, if you take in your computer, word or calculator, simple calculator, that is only user interface you will be able to see. Backend, it doesn't save anything, right? Doesn't save anything. So that is nothing but like Word, PowerPoint, Excel. So these all are, you can consider it as like one tier applications. Means which applications having only front end, only one layer. Front end again, front end is nothing but one layer. Those type of applications you will consider it as like standalone or one tier applications. For developing the front end, that is nothing but like user interface, you will use some programming language like C or C++ or Visual Basic or Java, something like that. You should use, right? So these type of applications you will consider it as like one tier applications. Two tier means two layers you will come across. Gmail is not the good example for two tier application, but just for understanding I'm taking. In Gmail, as soon as you register, like during registration, what you'll be doing? You'll be entering first name, last name, middle name, age, date of birth, like that personal details you'll be entering, and you click on sign in button. Sorry. As soon as you click on sign in button, where all this data gets stored? Backend database, right? In backend only, like SQL or Oracle or something like that, some database, it will get stored. That means like front end UI, front end in UI, like Gmail registration page. That one you can consider it as like front end. For developing that front end, developers should use some programming language. For getting data, this kind of data like username, password, sign in, what are the data you are entering in that form, that data, as soon as you click a submit button, where it will get stored is like backend database. Okay, so these kind of applications, like which all are the applications you are having like two layers, those type of applications you can consider it as like two tier applications. Excuse me. Okay, so you are working for any of the project, means any of the company. Within that company, some applications you will be able to access, but those applications you cannot access outside of the company. Okay, so within intranet only you will be able to access those type of applications. You will consider it as like intranet applications also. Okay, within company premises, company network, you will be able to access means those applications. Normally you will consider it as like two tier applications. Okay, so these applications, two tier applications, also you can consider it like client server applications. Client is nothing but front end, server is nothing but database. Client requests data, server serves the data. Okay, so these kind of applications you can consider it as like two tier applications. Also you can call it as client server applications. In between front end and back end, one more database, one more layer you will come up with. That one you can call it as like web server. Web server. So web servers again are of two types: application server and web server. Okay, first we go for like web server. Web server, what we will consider it as like it is a program or a computer that is running a program, is responsible for accepting HTTP requests from client, serving back responses to those requests. In my computer, what I do is like I will enter first name, last name, middle name, or I will enter correct username, correct password, click on sign in button. As soon as I click on sign in button, what it does, it will connect to first database server, then it will connect to web server, and what are the username you enter, username and password, all those credentials available in your database or not. If it is available, it will send you back request like it's available, correct. Then what it does is like it will prompt you for loading pages like Gmail inbox page. Like in middle, I just said two or three requests, but like that thousands of events may occur. Okay, so all this one, which one will handle is like web server, http.gmail.com. What do you call it as HTTP? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That is one program just. Okay, so each and everything in the form of like HTTP request only. So web server receives HTTP request from your computer and respond back request to those HTTP requests. Okay, serving back pages or something like that. Okay, so Apache is nothing but like one web server. Also, IIS you can consider it as one web server. Okay, so this is nothing but like your web server. Okay, okay, so whenever you log in to your Gmail, it doesn't get included whole these globes inboxes in emails, right? What it will get display? Only what are the emails related to you, what are the username and password you are entering in your login screen. Only that account related emails only gets display in your inbox, but it doesn't display all of the inboxes like all users emails, right? But who is handling that filtering kind of stuff? So that is nothing but like your application server does. Okay, your application server serves business logic. So that means while displaying information in your front end, there are some restrictions, there are some filters. So that is what who will handle it, like your application server handles. Okay, so that is nothing but like your web server. So any of the application having three layers like front end, back end and middle tier web server. These kind of applications you will consider it as like three tier applications. Okay, these kind of applications you will consider it as like three tier applications. Okay, so all of your web based applications like in your internet, which are the applications you will be able to access, those applications you can consider it as like three tier applications. Also you can consider like web based applications. Okay, okay, let us suppose for your Gmail across globe people will be accessing, they are maintaining just single server. Tomorrow some problem occurred in uh, in Florida, let us suppose. So they have to trace and rectify that issue means it will be very hard, right? So that is the reason instead of maintaining single server across globe, what they could have done is like for each and every country one server they maintain. That means like main server they're dividing it into sub servers. Like for US one server, for India one server, for China one server, something like that. Tomorrow some problem occurred in US. They go to US server and very easily rectify. And again, instead of for whole US one server maintaining, what they could do, what they could do is like for state one server, for Florida one server, for New Jersey one server, New Zealand one server, something like that. Every state one server if they maintain, some problem occurred means tracing and rectifying will be very easy. So that is the reason like what are the server you are having, main server they are dividing into sub servers, multiple levels, multiple layers. So that is nothing but like entire. Entire is nothing but n layers. Okay, so three tier and entire and nothing but you can consider it as like web based applications. Web based applications. Okay, so these are nothing but like four types of applications you will come across. But for all these types of applications, what you can consider like one tier, two tier, three tier, n tier. Instead of this one, also you can consider like very high level two types of applications: client server as well as web based applications. Okay, client server as well as web based applications. Any questions before moving further? Anybody? You are able to hear me, right? Okay. Okay. So okay. So this is nothing but like types of applications. Then if you take web-based applications, okay. So at a time, multiple people, even simply if you take Gmail, if you take crores of people will be accessing, right? So how the performance of that application, is it good? That is what you have to validate, means you will go for like performance testing. Performance testing, how you can define it as like executing the program under customer expected platform, under customer expected resources to estimate performance, is nothing but performance testing. Testing the application under customer expected resources, under predetermined levels of resources, you can say in other words. Okay, under predetermined levels of resources means server configuration. They are maintaining some web server, right? So what is the configuration of that server, like RAM, RAM, processor, something like that. Okay, so under predetermined levels of resource, that means like 10 GB RAM you are using, how that application is able to access. So this is the processor you are using, how you will be able to access that application. That is what you try to validate. Okay, so that is nothing but like your performance testing. So performance testing again divided into two types: load testing and stress testing. Gmail, best example, if you take Gmail you will be able to access across uh, so many people, right? So at that time, whether that application performance is good or not, that is what you try to validate. So if customer expected load is 10,000 users, let us assume customer expected load is 10,000 users. So if your application is working fine for 10,000 users, that is nothing but load testing. So executing the program under predetermined levels of resources and customer expected load. And customer expected load, that is nothing but that is nothing but load testing. Predetermined levels of resources means server configuration plus what is customer expected load, 10,000 users. So if your application is working fine like that, so that is nothing but load testing. Okay, so the idea is very simple. So load testing is nothing but what is customer expected load, whether your application is accessible for that customer expected load or not. That is nothing but load testing. But if you take practically best example, greetings applications like 123 greetings, like there's so many greetings applications you will be able to see in your real time, in your nature. Okay, so during normal seasons, very less people try to access. But festival season, if you look during December and January across globe, so many festivals will come across all people try to access. Okay, almost all people try to access your applications, right? So at that time, how your application is behaving? At that time, it's not like more number of people try to access. Even client himself cannot expect how many more number of people going to access his application. It's a real, right? So during festival season, even client, he may not be having clear idea like how many more people may access his application. At that time, in case more people try to access his application, what will happen to his server? That is what you try to test during your stress testing. Okay, that is what you try to test during your stress testing. So stress testing is nothing but like uh, your customer expected load is 10,000 users. You keep incrementing stress, like 100 users you put, how your application is behaving. 200 users, 300 users, 400, 500, 600. Let us suppose at 1000 users extra stress you put, your application is breaking. That means customer expected load is like 10,000 users, but still his application and what are the server configuration he is having. So current server configuration, so maximum stress it can handle like up to 11,000 users. If this number of users exceeds, his server go crash. So this is the maximum peak load your server can handle. If your application needs to be accessed by more people, means you have to increase your server configuration. Okay, so that is what your client will take care, but that is not your portion. As a performance tester, what you do is like, what is the maximum peak load you will be finding out, and performance results you will be giving it to client. Then client will take decision accordingly. Okay, so that is nothing but like your stress testing. So performance testing is of two types. So customer expected load your application is working fine means that is nothing but like load testing, but your application may be handled by extra stress. If that is the case, how much extra stress your application can handle? That is nothing but your stress testing. Okay, that is nothing but your stress testing. Then another thing you will come across, that is nothing but volume testing. Volume testing is nothing but like 1 Mbps broadband connection you have taken. Whether you are really getting that speed or not, you have to validate. There are so many net tests, speed test programs available, right? So that is nothing but like volume testing. Or another best example, you will be able to attach files to your compose mail. What is the maximum size you can attach in Gmail? 25 MB. Whether you will be able to attach those size file or not, that is what you try to value. That is nothing but volume testing. Okay. So, but volume testing, very rarely you may get a chance. But performance testing, you cannot do again with the help of human beings. I mean, like manually. So, what you do is like you go for like some performance tools like load runner, load runner, silk performer, something like that. Some performance tools available. Those tools you go for. Okay. So this is nothing but like your performance testing. Any questions? Uh, Volume testing is nothing but like it. You are taking internet connection, right? So what is the plan you have taken? 1 Mbps or 10 Mbps or 20 Mbps of speed. Whether you are getting that speed broad internet or not. That is nothing but volume. 1 Mbps is nothing but volume. 10 Mbps is nothing but volume. Okay? That is nothing but volume testing. So how you test that one? Really it's possible to test manually? No, right? So you have taken 10 Mbps plan. So whether the speed you are getting or not, you have to test. How do you test? In internet, even whatever the connection, broadband connection you have taken, they themselves may provide you some speed test kind of application. Through that you can test. Other ways, speedtest.com or something like that in online, so many applications are available. With the help of those applications, you can test. Okay. So these kind of things you have to validate means like you'll consider it as volume test. Clear? Yeah. You're welcome. What are today in your internet? What are the like online banking transactions? Most of the transactions you are performing in internet only, right? So at that time, you have to perform in your internet means that application should provide security, right? So that is what you try to validate during security testing. Okay. So what are the applications you are trying to access? Whether that application is providing security or not. That is nothing but security testing. Sir, okay. So security testing is again divided into four types of four subcategories. So that is nothing but like authentication, access control, encryption or decryption, proxy or firewalls. Authentication. Let us suppose you are new to Gmail. What you have to do? You have to access that application. Means what you have to do? You have to register first by entering first name, last name, middle name, age, date, something like that. You have to register. And even these days they are asking like mobile number also, right? So that is nothing but like you are authorizing whether you are authorized to access that application or not. We are registering. You registered means you are authorized to access that application. That is nothing but like authorization, authentication. Okay, so you have to authorize to access that application means you have to enroll for that one. You have to register for that one. Any of the application. Another best example if you take, you have to enter into the your company once you get job. You have to enter into the organization means what you have to do? As soon as you join any of the company, they will provide you access card and ID card, right? Uh, that is what if all of you mute, you don't get this kind of disturbance. Okay, let me mute from my side. Okay, so authentication is nothing but like whether you are authorized to access that application or not. You have to authorize means you have to register first for any of the application, then only you will be eligible for accessing that application. Exactly like that, once you join any of the organization, you are authorized to enter that organization means they will provide you access card and ID card. You have ID and access card, then that means you'll you are eligible for entering into that organization, otherwise you are not. That is nothing but authentication. Okay, you have ID card and access card. Does it mean within your organization, you will be entering all departments, all buildings, all floors? No, right? So you have access means they don't grant you access for all of the departments, all of the floors, all of the buildings. What they do? What is your project bay area? Your project bay area. So only that area or that floor they will grant you access. So they don't grant you access for other departments like HR department or finance department or security department or something like that. Other departments they don't provide you access. That is nothing but like that means they are restricting your access wherever your access is required. Okay, where is really your work area? Only those premises they will grant you access. Other areas they don't provide you. That is nothing but access control. Best example, in your Naukri or jobs ahead, what you do? You have to try for a job means you have to register. That means like you are authorizing. Okay, what you will be able to do once you register? You will be able to search for jobs and apply. Okay, so here what you can do is like as soon as you get job, you can delete your resume. That is what you can do, but you cannot view others resumes, right? Who all are looking for all for that job, or who all are applied for that job. These are the different things you cannot view. Okay, for that job who other applicants applied, that is what you cannot view. Who can view? Administrator of Naukri, who is administrator for that site. He can view, but you don't be having that kind of privileges. Other words, you may not see, like you cannot delete others profile. Others profile, who can delete? Administrator can delete. Administrator will be having all those privileges, but not you. For you, only you can search for jobs and you can apply for jobs. That is what you can do. How they are controlling this one? With the help of access control only. They are restricting your access. Okay, so that is nothing but like access control. Best example, password. So whenever you enter your password, you cannot see directly, right? You cannot see directly. Okay, what you do? It will give you like stars. What is that one? Encryption. That means they are encrypting for security purpose. Okay, exactly. If you take like banking applications, your credit card number or debit card number or account number, what they do is like they will try to encrypt so many ways and even decrypt and provide you. Encrypt means your English to binary language, let us suppose. Decrypt means binary to English. So 16 digit account number or credit card number you have means first four digits they will encrypt, next four they will decrypt, next four they will encrypt. Like that, so many algorithms, banking applications they will follow. It's not like only once they will encrypt. So due to security reasons, they may encrypt multiple levels, two, three ways, two, three levels they may encrypt. Okay, so that is nothing but like encryption or decryption. That is nothing but encryption or decryption. Okay, then you are working for a specific organization means only company applications you will be able to access. Some applications, some companies they will restrict like that. If you take Tech Mahindra, so they will grant you permission for accessing all applications. You can for browsing 30 minutes. If your quota reached for 30 minutes per day, it will get automatically blocked. You cannot browse your sites. Okay, and some organizations if you take like in India especially if you take older days 2 or 3 years are recession before time if you take Accenture, even HP also. What are the applications you want you can access? But these days they were restricted. In HP, you cannot browse internet these days. Accenture also, if you take, you cannot browse. Wipro, if you take, in Wipro, you cannot browse. That is for a long time. Okay, so you have to browse means in some lab or somewhere like that. Two, three computers will be there. You have to go there and browse. Even Google also they cannot browse. Okay, so why means how they will maintain like that? With the help of proxy or firewalls. With the help of proxy or firewalls. This is what they do. Okay, so they will grant you privileges. That is the rule. So this site blocking, who will manage it like proxy or firewalls? Performance testing and security testing. Anybody having any questions? Any questions? Anybody? Okay. So if we remember, like before starting performance testing, I have told you like types of applications. Why I told is this is the reason. Okay, very good interview question you will come across. How differently you will test web-based applications when compared to client-server applications? Remember, it's very simple. Client-server applications means you go for like usability testing and functionality testing only. Okay, if it is web-based application, then all four types of testing you go for like security testing, usability testing, functionality testing, and performance testing. That's only the difference. Okay, so you don't want to get confused. So client server application testing means you go for like usability, functionality, performance, and Oh, sorry. Usability testing and functionality testing only. If it is web-based application means along with usability and functionality, you go for performance testing also. Okay. Yeah, load runner, silk performer, web load, web manager, like that so many will come across. Okay. So this is nothing but like today's session. So types of applications we were discussed, then functionality, then performance testing and security testing under black box testing. Then how differently you test web-based application when compared to client server applications. This is your time. Any questions? Okay. So what do you think about like meeting weekends, Saturday and Sunday? We were talking about right earlier. The thing is like only three of you are joining. So if three of you are comfortable means we'll meet weekends as well. You think about it, and we have one more day like tomorrow. You just let me know by tomorrow, then we'll plan accordingly. It's your comfortable time. Same time also possible for me, or anytime also if you want me to take another timing means even that is also possible. And another thing, for you is not possible 2 days means Saturday and Sunday both the days. Even one day possible means even one day also we can make it. No problem. Fine, absolutely no problem. Yeah, absolutely no problem. At least one day we meet means 1 hour or 1.5 hour we are getting means we'll progress bit. No problem. So yeah, then we'll meet Saturday also. Okay. So Saturday 1 hour, what time is comfortable? Tell me. That time only we'll make it. Okay, fine then. Sunday we'll make it. Three feel comfortable. Time same time. No problem. Same time we'll meet. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Thanks for your time. Yeah, Saturday will be off. Sunday we'll meet 7:30 to 8:30. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for your time. Okay. Have a good night. See you.